We're going to do a tour of the outside of the RV today. I just did one, by the way, and the camera cut off for some reason. But we're going to try it again. This is the front of the RV, obviously. You can see the mirrors, which somebody, for some reason, comes in the yard and breaks quite often. I've replaced them twice. So far, they haven't come in and broken a third time. I'm hoping they don't see this video and take me up on a challenge. But anyway, they've been replaced. The lights on the top, the light bar, you can see there's 5 lights. One's covered with a towel because there's a leak underneath it that has to be fixed. But the light bar, the lights on the light bar, for some reason, outdoor lights, keep rusting. So I'm not sure why someone would build a light that rusts when it gets wet outside when it's an outdoor light. But anyhow, the horns, you can see it's got the train horns. The clearance lights, I've replaced the lenses with the bullet lights, which are the clearance lights, with LEDs, and it lights up very bright at night now. And the headlights, you might notice, some of you that are car buffs might recognize the headlights. They are not from a Peterbilt, they are from a Pontiac. So the man that built this, obviously he had parts sitting around or access to parts that weren't necessarily compatible, but he made them work. Underneath you'll see a speaker. There are 4 of those, there's one on each side, and one in the back and one in the front. That's for, of course, outdoor music or sounds. Has fog lights. He has a lot of lights on this when he built it. It's amazing when it's lit up at night. This door, where the little window is, that actually goes into the engine compartment, which might be a little dark. You might not be able to see it, but that's the engine compartment. We'll see it from the other side. This is the entrance door. The passenger door, as it would be called, needs some TLC. It apparently was bondoed over and it's in bad shape. The window's been cracked. Again, somebody broke that. When they broke the mirror, they broke the window as well. And I had a glass man come in and look at it, and the door is very rusty, so we'll probably end up replacing the doors at some point. I have one solar panel above the door that basically keeps a single battery charged for the DC to AC generator that's inside the unit. And the stacks, these are the exhaust that you can see. He took 5-inch exhaust and split it and ran 3 smaller pipes up each side of the coach. So there's 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. The awning, which is in serious need of replacing, it comes out 8 feet out, and it comes out over the deck, which is the green thing here on the bottom. You'll see that comes out and folds out, and it's 8 by 16 foot deck that actually comes out the side of the coach. And then we have plenty of compartments. There's a compartment here, there's a smaller one there, there's one up here which has a microwave in it. This one is the storage that's currently under the seat at the front dinette. And I say front dinette because the coach actually has 2 dinettes. And then this one had a television set inside, an old style tube, I think it was a tube TV or something. It was a very old TV. It's been taken out. And there's the side speaker. Now this place where the side is off of the coach, that is where the black water tank was, in behind the wall. He used steel fuel tanks or water tanks, which I don't think is very compatible with water. And apparently the tank agreed because the tank rusted out, and so they are being replaced. The gray water tank, the black water tank, and the fresh water tanks are all being replaced with the more compatible RV type tanks. This little section here, this little silver piece that goes up and down, that's going to be moved to the right, probably about a foot, and then the tanks will fit in there, and they'll make a new compartment for the tanks and the hoses and such. This is interesting because this is actually a gas grill that comes out the side of the coach. It will pull out and you'll have a gas grill. This is the gray water tank is behind this door that's open here. That's coming out and will be replaced. Behind this is the water heater, a gas water heater. propane water heater. And to cut the light. Okay. And for some reason my monitor keeps going off every once in a while, but it's still filming. But this is where the gas water heater is. This is behind the refrigerator. And interestingly, under the back end of the coach, the man had built what I call a garage, which is, I'm going to unlock it, so it might be a little bumpy here for the camera, but basically there's a garage where he had a 1959 Fiat that he had custom built. It was a Fiat Jolly, which I wish I'd gotten it when I bought the RV, because if you look online, some of the auctions like Hemmings, they are selling for anywhere from $30,000 to $70,000 for that car. And unfortunately, I didn't get that when I bought the coach. But the back end folds down, which I'm not going to show you because it's very heavy to lift back up. But the car does fit in there. I don't know if you can see it right now. I use it for storage, but let me see if I can cut the light on here. There's a light switch up here. So nope, it's on the other side. I can't do it. But anyway, right now it's used for storage. I apologize for that, but I'm not going to lift the back end down and put it back up because it's very heavy. But this is the back end of the coach. As you can see, it is a 1956 Imperial mobile home, for those of you that know old mobile homes. And there is a company in South Carolina just off I-95 that has a lot of these, and I stopped and talked to her one day, and I hope she finds me on the channel, or maybe I'll give her a call. But she has a lot of these if anyone's interested. But this is the back of the coach, turn signals. This is another interesting point, or interesting thing that he did to the coach, was he put a set of steps back here that, well, if I can get the key in, we'll find them. But they're, well, they're diamond plate steps that come out, and they swing out, and then they open up, and you can see the door, the back door. This will be a deck, and then there are railings inside the garage that you can put up, and you'll have a set of steps to come out the back door. That's a pretty cool feature. I like that. This is a little overkill here. If any of you know about HVAC, this is a 4-ton air conditioning unit. A little bit overkill. A little bit more than what he needed on here, but that's what he did. Gotta grab my keys here. Okay, and this is the electrical section, which again needs to be redone. This needs to be reworked because that is a disaster waiting to happen. There's no protection from the ground, water, everything else can get in there. There are fuses. That's a disaster waiting to happen. This is actually one of the fuel fillers, which I'm wanting to change as well. I don't think that's very compatible. This section here was actually a generator. It was a 40 kilowatt diesel generator that was in here, and apparently somebody liked it better than I did. I sent it off to be repaired, and they never brought it back. And since then they've moved. So I have no idea where my generator is. I hope I find him one day. He may not like it so much, but I hope I find him one day and get my generator back. This is more storage. This is a tall window. And again, your exhaust on this side, as I said. And I apologize for having moved the camera window up against the fence on this side. You really can't move too good on this side of the coach. And this, sorry about the bouncing around here, but I'm trying to do this with one hand. But this is the engine compartment that might let you see a little bit better. Let me see my back up and open the door for you. You see how that opens. And then you just walk into the engine compartment, and there's the engine. And there's the engine, as I said. Sorry, the monitor just cut off again. There's the batteries, which I have hooked up to a battery charger, and I don't know if you can see it, they might be a little dark, but I have 2 solar panels hooked up. The small one you saw on the other side, and then there's a 20-watt one on the top. Now the top battery, the EverStart battery, actually goes to a DC to AC generator. It does not go to the engine to start the engine. The 4 at the bottom are the engine batteries. That's what starts the engine. And he's put lights on the inside so you can view it. Now, I've recently found out that I think I can clean these plexiglass windows, so you might be able to see through. I don't know if you can see all the way through or not. But that's the exterior of the coach. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon. Join this channel, subscribe, like, share it, and we'll see you again soon. Let me see my back up and open the door for you. You see how that opens.